The kids are not all right, at least according to some parents. Last month, the Pew Research Center found that kids' mental health was the top concern for parents across the country. So it is no surprise that an essay called "This Matters More Than Anything Else" is making the rounds again. This, of course, meaning that our kids are actually happy. And the pressure is on as seniors get their college admission letters. And as a college counselor, Allison Slater Tate has this important reminder for parents. Quote, "The bumper sticker on your car will not validate your parenting, and an Ivy League diploma will not guarantee your child's success, especially if they show up on that Ivy League campus broken and miserable from the process of getting there." I think a whole lot of parents need to tattoo that on their sleeve right now. Allison Slater Tate joins me now. Allison, your essay came to me last week from a group of mothers as we're all sitting here going through the school application process. How important is it for people to hear this message right now?
It's critically important. I can't stress, I think that as parents, and I am one, I have 4 children, 2 of them have gone through the college application process. It's so easy to get caught up in the details of the process and to feel overwhelmed that you forget that the most important part of the process is your kid. And at the end of the day, the reason that kids come into my office crying is because they're afraid they're going to disappoint their parents. That's the number one thing I hear. I'm afraid I'm going to disappoint my parents.
That is so crushing. Is social media making it worse? Every day I look at Instagram, and all over Instagram, selfie videos of families as they're on computers watching and waiting to get the announcement from the college. And of course, all the ones on Instagram, they're crying, they're joyful, it's amazing. But for every one of those videos, there has to be thousands and thousands that they've deleted because their no's. What does that do to psyches across the country, just of families watching those?
I mean, social media, I think we could talk all day about the way social media affects all of us, including our kids, of course, and it's definitely a factor. Those videos are a rabbit hole that you can go down, and the teenagers do go down a rabbit hole on them. I think that what's really important to remember when you see those videos, first of all, the first thing you said was, I look at Instagram every day. And so we do it first, right? Like, we have to remember that we're the ones modeling for the kids. And when you see that, just remember, you could be making a video about celebrating that win for your likely school, the school that has over a 70% acceptance rate. Make a video for that school. Celebrate that school, not just the Harvards and the Penns and the Yales and the Vanderbilts. You know, like, celebrate your flagship state university. Celebrate those.
But how did we get here? Right? Because people aren't even letting their kids scoop ice cream during the summer because they need to start a foundation. But meanwhile, being a waitress was probably one of the most formative jobs I've ever had. Yeah. Find me a teenager that's been a waitress lately, or at least one going to an Ivy League college, and I'll pay your tuition. You don't find them.
Oh, no, they're there. The parents just don't know they're there. I think that there are a lot of kids, a ton of kids. Ivy League universities, every university values kids who scoop ice cream. That's the irony of it. Parents think they know what the colleges are looking for. They're not the ones sitting in those desks. They're not the ones who are going through those admissions piles. Admissions officers love kids who scoop ice cream. They love kids who do everyday jobs and who show up on time and are reliable and who know what it is to do hard work.
Okay, then when did this disconnect happen? Because you've got parents saying, I need my kid to become first chair left-handed tuba starting in kindergarten so they can get into Princeton. And you're saying, well, admissions officers don't even care about that. Where's the disconnect?
I mean, social media is part of it, because I think that it's very easy to have a curated viewpoint of what childhood is or what childhood should be now, or what kids are doing who are getting in there. I also think that there's this culture of kids and parents doing more, like pushing, doing more, doing all of that. And everybody thinks, well, that's what I have to do too, because they're doing it. They're not seeing what those outcomes are. You can be all those things. You can be playing the tuba when you're 2 years old and speaking Mandarin, and you still might not get into your Ivy League dream school. And they don't see that outcome. They just hear that the kids are doing it. So then everybody tries to do it more and more. And really, honestly, what that is privilege, because there are a lot of kids who can't do those things. And they're the ones who are more sought after.
Did the pandemic make it worse in that parents and kids feel like they missed out on so much, and now college has to be the end-all be-all? High school wasn't what high school should be, so college, that's got to knock the cover off the ball.
It's so complicated how the impact has made its way on the kids and the parents. I think that I hear all the time parents say to me, what is my kid going to put down on their activity section? They were home for 2 years. So were the college admissions counselors. They were all home for 2 years. Everybody was. We all lived through a trauma. I've had to sit and take kids and look at them in the eye and say, the whole world stopped. Like, the whole world stopped. Nobody expects you to have been out saving the world. You are a teenager. You're the most helpless. Some kids did amazing things during the pandemic and started initiatives and did all those kinds of things. That's great. And other kids survived. And you know what? That's enough.
You know what's amazing?
We needed to get through it.
Just getting through the day and being a good person. Then what is your advice? Because people who are watching right now are on pins and needles. They're waiting for those acceptance letters. Their kids feel like they're under the gun. What's your advice?
My advice is to remember that we are raising humans and that high school is not a job audition for college. You only get to be a teenager one time. We've all lost so much time. Look your kids in the eye and be on snacks and hugs duty. You don't need to help them. I promise you, they remember their deadlines for college applications. They know things are due. They know they have to do them. You have to be mom and dad. They need you. They need you to be mom and dad. And at the end of the day, your most important job is to let them know that no matter what happens with college, that they are the most important things to you and that you love them and they're inherently worthy of love, no matter what the bumper sticker is on the car.
Man, you just made my night. And here's the good news. I can't help with calculus homework, but I can definitely help with snacks and hugs.
Snacks and hugs.
Snacks and hugs. Yeah. Guess what? That's my jam. Allison Slater-Tate, I'm so grateful that you came here tonight. I read her article last week. I begged my team to have her come here to New York, and I'm going to take a deep breath. I already feel better.